The following program contains humor that could give rise to feelings of inadequacy. We are not doctors, financial advisors, or a credible source for anything. Relax, bro, it's just a joke.
Welcome back, everybody. It is once again Saturday, and as always, I am your host, Glide Guide. Starting from the top, we got CDK, Chance Paladin, and that is us, AnalogByNature, here on D Live. All right, first story of the night.
So what it sounds like to me is they just want a piece of the money.
They just want to be cut in, exactly.
Yeah, they want their cut. That's all it is.
You know what? If they would have just came out and be like, you guys are gambling and we're not getting a cut of it, and we don't like that. You know what I mean? It's more trouble. If you would just come out like that, then I'd be like, understandable. You're a shitty service, but you know what? I'm not dumb enough to gamble, so I can still use you without, issue. And dumb people will be sucked into the endless void that is the gambling addiction, and they deserve that for being a dumb. Let Darwinism chew you in the grinds of society and shit you out.
Hey, just go check out your mother's purse.
Steal a couple dollars.
There's a couple pieces of plastic in there with numbers on them. Just go grab those. All right, now read them to me. All right, good.
John Wick needs your mother's credit card information so he can make it in Tomato Town. He just hot dropped into Tomato Town in Fortnite.
$6,000
save John Wick.
$24,000 later.
24,000 later. You little shit.
Let's see. Apparently, the gambling meta was called out by a female streamer, Pokimane. There we go.
Yeah, like
apparently she's calling for a boycott, and they're calling for a boycott during the winter, like Christmas break, because that's like Twitch's like prime ad space. So all the big Twitch streamers were like, yeah, we're gonna take a break if this doesn't stop. And so they enacted this whole as a blah blah blah, and then they partnered with fucking DraftKings moments later. They're like, we're gonna quit, but
They don't even try to hide it. They do not.
Which is recently going back on their payment process, so now they're doing like a 50-50 split instead of 70-30 for the big creators. So everybody's just really mad at Twitch.
Well, it only really affects like the top 200 people, but everyone's mad because they don't understand it, right? If you're already on 50-50, it doesn't matter.
But I'm pretty sure it goes up like you get affiliate, right? And then you get partner. And partner is where you get you get another bump.
Like premium partner, yeah.
Because I know affiliate and partner are two different things. We'll have to see if it switches more to YouTube. See if there's any competitors that'll pop up, because YouTube is like raring and ready to go.
YouTube Shorts are monetizable or whatever the hell it is now. So that could, you never know.
Next, we have Betty White's belongings are being auctioned off. And here are some of the items that you could own yourself. First on the docket, we have Betty White's The Golden Girls Original Director's Chair. Now, Chance, what would you bet on a Betty White's Golden Girls Original Director's Chair?
I mean, I guess if I needed it for my collection, for either the Golden Girls or for Betty White, I'd give them about $350.
$350 or just $3.50?
$350.
Yeah, like $3.50, like $3.50. You
know what? Just because I could sit in it in a beret, totally naked, drinking wine, I'd probably go for around $1,500. But you, CDK?
This is assuming that you're retarded and you have as much money as you could.
Yeah, this is a
you want
you
this
could
stuff.
have it.
And what about you guys out there? What do you think?
Yeah. What would you bid on a Betty White Original Golden Girls Director's Chair? You remember that you can sit in it naked, drink wine, and act like Betty White.
I didn't know she directed Golden.
I think it's just one of the chairs where the actresses or actors would sit in while other people are doing their scenes, right?
While they're waiting for their lunch.
While they're sitting there rigging in oodles and boodles of money.
It's interesting to see like when you look through the actual auction site and see it, they're just selling all her shit, like all of it.
Her family's like, fuck it. Don't stick it in a museum. Don't fucking, you know what I mean? Sell it.
Like the wax, yeah, like the wax museum or something. I was trying to think of like who the hell would want this stuff. You'd have to have a huge house to have your little Betty White
Right?
shrine.
Yeah, yeah.
The chair would make a good part of the shrine. You could put your Betty White candles on it. Maybe, I don't know.
It was
If you don't sit
estimated
naked in Betty White's chair, you're wrong.
$1,000, $2,000. It actually sold
Ba-ba-da-ba-da.
76.
That's a lot of money.
God damn, eh?
Well, with inflation, are still only about $350.
Oh, solid. Chunk of change.
Yeah, but if you get that delivered through like UPS, I mean, it's going to be destroyed. It's just going to be a bunch of kindling and
Yeah, you would have to have it
fabric.
specially mailed to you or pick it up.
With your giant teddy bear.
All right, the next thing in the lot, we have Betty White's Disney and family film VHS tape collection.
Oh, before we go further, I thought those censored were we were going to try to guess like what color dildos or something.
No, we're guessing for the price.
Okay, yeah. I figured that out now. I'm kind of disappointed a little bit. That's okay.
Should have put some dicks behind there. Would have been pretty
Just
funny.
a big purple cock on the last one.
That's what I thought.
Oh, there we go. We got a gag.
That's the gag editor. Big purple cock on the censored on the bear. Give the bear purple penis. Blur it out. I'm joking. Don't do this. Or do it. You tell me, editor. What do you want to do? Yeah, Betty White's Disney and family film VHS tape collection.
I'd say those are worth a lot because Disney's going to just keep retconning all their movies and those will be the only ones left.
Well, those are the good Disney movies. Everybody knows it.
Yep.
You see like Aladdin and
Aladdin, Bambi, or Bimbo, or Bombi. I think Pocahontas is in there somewhere.
Bambi. Yeah.
It's the golden classic. Is that what it's called? The golden era, the silver era?
Yeah.
The Renaissance or whatever. Disney Renaissance.
There's a term for it, and everybody knows what it is, and I don't know what it is. Figure it out yourself. Go to Google.
Estimated $200-$300. Oh, it's still going too.
Oh,
As
they're
of
still
today,
betting.
it was still betting. It's up to $600.
Yeah, it's worth more than 300 on the open market. It's going to go for a lot more than that.
Yeah, but do you think Disney connoisseurs are hunting Betty White's belongings auction?
No. Somebody will probably buy those for their kids because it's, when you have to run your exercise bike because there's no electricity left, you might be able to run a VHS player.
This is owned by a dead lady.
No, next on the docket, we got Betty White's monogram towels. So Betty White's naked body could have touched these towels.
I
You
think
could touch
just
the same towels that Betty White's naked body could have touched.
for the comedy of it, I would probably get them.
You put it in a guest bathroom.
They'd be fucking yellow with smoke in no time.
Did she have her name on them so like nobody else would take them?
Well, they're monogram. They're
They're,
fancy.
they're probably gifts from shit. You know what I mean? People don't buy this stuff.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
$200 to $300 the estimate. $1,600. That's not bad
That's not bad.
for some towels. That they
bet-
probably got for free.
I bet you right as soon as that happened on eBay, there's a bunch of like Chinese knockoffs like seconds later.
Oh, I
The
bet.
bot just picks it up, makes
The
them. That'd
bot.
be funny.
Yeah, a bot somewhere just prints them out in China.
$10.
$10. Yep, you don't need that ripoff. We can get your own right here. Next one, we have Betty White, Bam Bam, the grizzly bear standee that she killed with her own hands. This is a stuffed grizzly bear that Betty White herself killed with her own hands, estimated between $500 and $700. Honestly, I think it's probably the steal of the game. Like, it's the steal here of the.
That's
the docket.
underpriced. I mean, she literally killed it with her bare hands.
She killed it with her bare hands, and it is a full-size stuffed grizzly bear. On its own, I think a full-size stuffed grizzly bear is pretty expensive.
Right?
So what are you guys guessing? I'm going to guess $30,000.
30,000.
I don't want to get killed by PETA, but yeah, I would say like 3,000 at least.
No, it's too bad. It was $875. Honestly, someone got that for a steal.
No shit. That's a steal.
They gave everybody cheeks in this game. Oh, fuck, Kyle Rittenhouse? What the fuck?
It's a Florida simulator, right?
You know, I'm vibing. I like that they're bringing back the Miami Vice vibe.
It'll be interesting to see.
Why is there this big red confidential and everything? It's a
Well,
meme.
oh, is it? Because a bunch of Blizzard stuff leaked from the new Diablo, and that had tons of watermarks on it too. So I wasn't sure
I
if this was
just
like a real.
Oh, he has control of it.
Oh, well, no, it's good because you don't want to get like flagged for. Everybody who's posting the Diablo stuff was all getting like banned and shit. So
we're just
Let me
commenting on it. We don't know.
let me be without looking at the Diablo, I can tell you that it is bad. Was I right?
it looks very, very bland.
Oh yeah. This looks like Kovacs, like an aiming simulator where you have the target walk back and forth and you shoot them.
You're like a dude or a lady in this one. This part, like, what the
This
fuck?
dude, look at his legs.
They might need to put a little more work into their certain
Yeah,
ethnicities.
They're giving that
Screwed up.
fentanyl lean to that fucking dude. His female ass seems to be like this chick's ass seems like the most detailed thing in this entire like demo that I've seen so far.
Spent a lot of time on it. Oh wait,
Well, in this one,
like they're not even people.
yeah, but those can be added in easy enough later.
Pretty interesting to see how much goes into actually doing this shit.
If this is even a real leak, which it might be fucking Rockstar leaking the game early to drum up hype, and that's what it did. Even we're talking about it. It drummed up hype.
I think it was a 17-year-old that was part of a big hacker group. I think they caught him and they charged him with like 3 other big recent hacks too. The problem is sometimes they do drum this up for hype, but sometimes they release this shit just so they can go after hackers. So he probably didn't do nothing wrong, and they're just like, let's leak something and blame it on a hacker.
But
Yeah,
they
it's
leaked it to drum up hype, and that's what it did.
Yeah,
They bust hackers, but they also drumming up hype.
that's true. It's a twofer.
It's been 10 years though, right? So it's nice to see something actually is happening.
On a lot of it. Damn, for 10 years of work, this is pretty bad.
Not great.
And isn't Rockstar like atrocious with how they treat their employees and they always constantly
This might be old footage too, right? Like, who knows?
maybe this is from fucking 2018 or some shit.
Right? They just got their hands on some really old shit.
This is what happens when you code all your games for PS2s or whatever the fuck, PlayStation, PS4, whatever. Gotta stop coding shit for PS4. Looks like shit.
You know, it'll never stop until the consoles are truly dead. Aim down sights is terrible. Stop doing that. I want to see their stupid head in the side of my screen.
I like how her old Bushmaster just kind of floats after her like it's some kind of enchanted, like some enchanted character that's gonna pop out and start talking to her. Hi, you haven't shot me in 36 hours. What's wrong with you?
The invisible magnet vest.
It's new space age technology. You wouldn't understand. Magnets and shit.
They're gonna have like she's gonna have to reload like a California compliant fucking Bushmaster and like hit the button and like get out her screwdriver so she can reload.
They need a screwdriver to reload?
Well, until they made bullet buttons. Yeah, you had to stick in a key, I think.
Damn, they want me to jerk myself off too while I'm there? The fuck?
I mean, probably.
Just a couple
Is
times.
San
Palm
Diego.
into the butt of the gun. Show
Are
your
you
dick to children. What?
Oh,
Gun,
San
why are you
Diego.
saying this? Oh, the gun is taking over my mind. I have schizophrenia.
Well.
I was role playing as a Californian.
Oh, okay. I thought. Never mind.
What do you think? You think I was being serious?
No, I was
Weird chance.
I was watching some political. No, I was watching a certain political person that likes to sleep and sniff things a lot. And
Well, that's not me.
I know.
I'm just the host of the Saturday show.
Holy shit!
I don't sniff nothing.
I don't sniff nothing. That's not
But
powdery
when
white
I
coming
do,
from Colombia.
but when I do, I buy an extension cord off of Amazon and sniff that as it's frying the house down. the last couple weeks had to buy some DP cables while I was building my wife's new computer, and
Double
Amazon.
penetration cables?
That's right. And if you've ever seen, the Amazon brand of cables,
The Amazon Basics.
or the Amazon, yeah, of really of anything on Amazon. So this is kind of like that deal. There's a long history of Amazon Basics products being absolute garbage, and this is the I ran into it with the DP cables for monitors, and apparently they had some extension cables go bad. You plug these in, and they just start burning your house down right out the gate. And I don't understand a lot
Yeah,
about
because
the
it's a fucking
electronics.
live wire to a fucking out. Well,
Yeah,
like,
it's a male
people,
to a male.
let me be the first to tell you all this. Do not
Yeah.
buy these. They will not make your morning like installation of your Christmas lights easier. You will die.
There's
Or you'll
no
burn your house down.
practical. Yeah, there's no. This cable shouldn't exist. There isn't a use case. There isn't a use case for a male to male
Insurance
power.
fraud.
Well, yeah, when the firefighter picks it up and goes, "Who the fuck put this here?" I mean,
Just have some bedroom lights and be like, oh, that's some fucking bedroom lighting, little ambient lighting, I
yeah.
needed a male to male.
I didn't know.
I
So
didn't know.
when I was a kid, I didn't do it, but I saw a lot of other people do it. This is the equivalent of taking like a gum wrapper. Don't do this. Taking a gum wrapper and like bridging the ports. They used to do this in math class to start fires and get out of math class.
Oh Jesus!
And yeah, because it doesn't take hardly anything to complete a circuit, and that's what these do. Except these do that times like a million.
Like when the tongs actually spread out or whatever.
Yeah.
And you have to like squeeze. A friend of mine was squeezing it together and plugging it in at the same time and fucking shocked the shit out of himself.
Dumb bitch.
We were just kids too. I've done that once on a light bulb. I was holding the electric part as I screwed it into the fucking thing, and it just like it was intense.
Yeah. So buyer beware. Not only should you learn some basic electronics, but a lot of the Amazon branded stuff is fucking garbage. It's Chinese knockoff stuff. They lie about everything. There's a great YouTube channel that talks about the flashlight, all the flashlight lumen lying, and he just recently started doing just a bunch of other products, and always has like the Amazon basic stuff just being trash.
Well, yeah, because they're just drop shipping dog shit. Basically, they'll see something that's popular on their
Yeah.
site, like, oh, this is popular on Amazon. Let's make a fucking dog shit version of it and sell it as Amazon Basic for cheap.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
and a lot of times it's exactly the same vendor manufacturer anyway, so they slap a different label on exactly the same thing and start drop shipping it. And don't do it, kids. Do your research when you buy especially cables. Don't get fucking ripped off. There's a reason why they're $10.
$10 electrical.
$10
just
burnt down
nightmares.
house.
They buy them for 12 cents, just little pieces of wire.
I had a story about that. Like you said, a math class. I was in a history class, and I watched a kid get up out of his desk and go to the outlet and bridge it with a gum wrapper, and just start a fire. I was like, "Why?" And he just got in trouble, and I was just really confused. I'm like, "Damn, your home life must suck balls." That he had to start a fire in class just to get a little bit of attention.
Kids these days.
I was really expecting him to do like the zap and like blowback, but he didn't. I was waiting for it though. I wanted it to happen.
I mean, it's common if you're like out in a survival situation and you need to like bridge a battery to get your campfire started, like
Just
a
start a
9 volt.
fire.
But that's exactly the point, is that you're gonna start a fire with it.
My worst shock ever. I was installing new batteries into a Humvee, right? And you install 2 batteries in a Humvee. Some you install 4, but this one was 2. and there's a little bracket that holds them down inside the Humvee. You have to bolt in.
Mhm.
So when you're going over bumps and shit, the batteries don't flop about. I had my Leatherman in my hand and a fucking wrench in my other hand, and I was putting the fucking bracket in, and I don't know what I did, but I just zapped the living shit out of myself.
Oh.
And I was like, all right, I'm pretty much done ever doing this ever again.
Yeah, fuck you.
Grounded. The battery grounded out through you.
And I didn't know that batteries could do that.
Yeah, if you touch both fucking things, it's bad.
That's why they say don't use like a power drill or a wrench or anything on a battery without taking the ground out, or it just grounds out right through you.
Yeah, I got pretty nice zap, pretty nice zap, not a zop, a zap. And I was like, I think I'm gonna make my soldiers do this from now on. I'm never touching this again. I'll risk their lives and not mine.
As is tradition.
As you should.
So, I was talking to some people. They're saying in California, these are most likely going to get banned or have to be seriously downvolted, along with the power supplies for them, because with California losing power, they sure as fuck won't be able to run these, because these things are hogs. They're over $2,000 a piece, but the power supplies that run them are probably going to shoot up to like $2,000 a piece also. And probably just kill the grid.
1,600 a piece, Chance. It's up there on the screen.
That's the MSRP price. You know they're going to be like $2,000.
Yeah, everyone's gonna.
I don't care. I'm not buying one. I got a 3080. I can't outpower my 3080 right now. No need to me upgrading.
Yeah. So they lost, what is it? EVGA, whatever their name is.
The power supply company.
No. The well, probably, but they were making aftermarket cards for NVIDIA, and right before the 4090 leaked out, they quit as an NVIDIA licensor, and part of it was probably because of that price. And 1,600 MSRP, which means it's probably going to be like over 2,000. Yep.
Lovelace.
For a couple of months, and then they'll make a new one.
Hate a Lovelace.
Well, that was part of the joke about the 4080s. Everyone's like, oh, where's the 4070? And then the joke was that the 4070 is actually the 4080, and they fucked up.
They're going to have to naming it after their crush, Ada Lovelace.
PC load letter. That's what mine would be called.
PC load. Your PC will load with 4 simple letters. You can type it into any search engine, and it's not dick.
It's lame that like this, even though they're releasing it now, it's already outdated to the people who actually have this shit.
What do you mean?
Yeah, expand on this.
There's better shit out there. We just don't have access
like server grade shit.
Yeah,
well, they're not gonna. You can buy a server grade card for fucking $11,000 if you want. No one does it.
Christ.
Well, you could also just get enough CPUs to where you can run your video through your CPU.
I'd love to be able to render shit in like a second. I mean, it's already pretty quick, but
probably a couple $1,000. 20,000. You should be fucking whoop zip.
You can get a Ryzen 9 5900X or whatever it is for like $350 right now. But then I realized that it's just because like the 6000 series, which is probably going to be another minor bump. I still think it's a good time to build a computer.
With the 30 cards, yeah, with how cheap they are, yeah, good time.
Yeah.
I can't keep up.
Intel's bringing out new chips, though. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting for the new Intel chips to drop, then I'm getting me a new chip and board.
Yeah, I'm a little bummed that I didn't get a 5900, but at the time when I had to render those 2000 or 200 plus videos for CDK, the 5900Xs were like well over $150 more, and they didn't come with anything, and they ran hotter, and they required more power. So I think I'm gonna wait until
damned if
the
you
new
do, damned if you
chipset.
don't.
Yeah, exactly. But they do run a good, 10% faster. But what the fuck is that? Well, because when you're rendering a fucking 2-3 hour video, that 10% is a lot.
It matters.
It's 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, and the single core counts faster. Yeah, and so the next series could be another fucking 10-20%. Oh, on topic though, the big deal with the 4080s and the 4090s is since it it like has real logic of how it does the ray tracing, there's going to be tons and tons and tons of really gorgeous modded games.
I saw their little demo for their modded games where they were making like 12 and 15-year-old games like remodded with ease.
Yeah, because it bundles the art pack together or something to where they don't have to like recompile like every art asset in the entire game, which is what makes a game take 10 years to fucking mod the art for.
Now, I know there's a bunch of like games that have like projects right now that are like they're coming out in the future. Like it's called Sky Oblivion, which is Oblivion for Morrowind redone in Skyrim's graphics. But this just kind of auto redoes it without. They've been spending years on that mod. I just feel bad for them now. All their work is just shit on the you can shit on their face, like right into their face.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a button they can hit, or if they have to go into either Unity or what's the other one?
With things you think like they're probably like Engine Pacific, right?
Yeah.
So Skyrim, they're using the Oblivion engine. Well, Morrowind was the predecessor to the Oblivion engine. So if they're doing it in one, it's going to easily scale up to the others.
Yeah, just like DLSS. Yeah.
It is now time for Dear Glide. This is where viewers send in anonymous things for me to talk about and give my 2 cents to them. To give them my unbiased and super unobjective opinion on their everyday struggles.
To get yours on the show, go to Dear Glide in the Discord, hit /confess, I think, and then just write your stuff. You don't have to tell anyone who you are.
It's completely anonymous. Starting off, Dear Glide, I have a very sophisticated, attractive girlfriend. She is intelligent and has a terrific job. What's the problem? She doesn't shave her legs or under her arms. I'm too embarrassed to tell her that this offends me, and that it's neither ladylike nor attractive. I never had dated a woman who didn't shave her legs. My girlfriend has more hair on her legs than I have on mine. I know that in Europe, some women don't shave their legs, but is this socially acceptable nowadays in the United States? A hairy situation in the East. Ooh, that's a lot of unpacking. Okay. I think before talking to someone randomly on the internet, you should probably talk to her first, right? I shouldn't have been the first go-to. Just throwing that out there. And why? Does her hair make you feel unmanly? Have you never seen a normal human body that's not been shaved and dolled up? It's not pretty. We are weird little hairless monkeys. Truly, give anybody enough time without the prim and proper of society, and they will be a disgusting mess. Unless you're me, and then you're just rugged and handsome.
Some sooner than others.
Yeah, some sooner than others. And I mean women. Because they're way dolled up. Now, I think you should talk to her about it. And if she really doesn't want to do it, and you can't get over it, just leave. If it's something that you can't get your dick up about, there's no point in being there. The money's not gonna make your dick hard. But if you can get over it, you know what? Maybe get more manly. I don't know what to tell you. Cut some wood.
Fuck with your clothes on.
Yeah, fuck with your clothes on. Fight a bear. I don't know. Plant a garden. Make yourself manly somehow. Maybe you'll have more hair than her. I think you're just insecure about your lack of hair. And I think that comes from you having a low testosterone. Maybe get that checked on. Maybe work out. But if it's like a smell thing, like if she's hairy and she smells, that's totally terms for telling her she's a gross bitch. But if she's hairy and she doesn't smell, then that's just personal preference. You gotta either deal with it or man up, get over it, or leave. You can do it. I believe in you. Next one. Ooh. Here's my spouse's excuse for avoiding sex. I'm tired. I'm too nervous. It's hot. It's cold. I'm too full. I have a headache. I have a stomach ache. The kids might hear. I have to go to work. My mind is on other things. It's too early in the morning. It's too late at night. I'll bet you'll think this letter is from a husband complaining about his wife, but you're wrong. It's from a wife complaining about her husband. He is 50 years old and I am 40. We both are too young to be giving up on sex. If you have any suggestions on how to improve this Not so hot relationship. Oh, I'd like to hear them. Failing in Fresno, California. Haha, you're in California. Haha. I laugh at you, but
That might be part of it.
that's probably part of it. It's probably a big wuss. Now, we can point fingers at him in a bit, and I will. But first, I'll point fingers at you, as I do with all people. Can you fit on a moped? Are you disgusting? Have you looked at yourself objectively? If you haven't answered these, you can't say yes that you've done all these things, and you think that you're decent looking in the greater spectrum of people.
Do you fit in a rowboat?
Do you fit in a rowboat?
Kayak.
Do people look like noticeably like horrified when they see your face?
Did I
I'm
save you
imagining
from a
warts.
fire?
I'm imagining warts for some reason. I don't know why.
Because you might just be really ugly. And he's 50? His dick don't work no more. So if he's not on the pill or whatever the fuck, like, you want him to get his little fucking limp dick noodle up for your fucking baboon face? It's not gonna happen.
Or ass, for that matter.
Or ass. Yeah, you get that fucking triple decker flappy pancake ass. No one wants to see that shit. But if you're hot to trot and he's just and he has just the trooper that won't sail. Damn. He might be a big bitch. You're in California. His testosterone is probably really low. I know I said this for the last writer in. Go get his testosterone checked out. It might be dipping. He might need a little bit of the juice. It's okay. We're past that part in science where people think it's bad. Well, people still think it's bad, but it's because they can't read, scientific data. But leave those dumb people alone. It doesn't matter about them.
Get some Viagra.
Get a little bit of Viagra. I don't know. Fucking molest. No, don't molest your husband.
No, just offer a blowjob once in a while. It goes a long way.
Let's just get to the blowjob. I mean, has she tried
Maybe
alcohol?
he doesn't want, like, if I had kids in the area and they're gonna hear you fucking banshee screaming, I don't want the kids to hear that shit. Are you insane? They're kids. Go somewhere. Maybe a little spicy. He says his stomach's too full. Maybe he ate too much. Maybe he's fat.
Maybe
He's
you're
hot
feeding
and
him too
cold.
much.
Yeah, maybe he has diabetes. He can't
Maybe
regulate
it sounds
his
like
body temperature.
diabetes.
Might have diabetes and a small penis. But all these can be fixed with exercise and a better diet. And a little bit of self-inflection to see if you're an ugly bat or not. Next one. Dear Glide, last New Year's Eve, my 15-year-old daughter had a party for her friends. Under my supervision, of course. At midnight, while I was busy passing out soft drinks and food, I turned around to see John, my 40-year-old boyfriend, kissing my daughter's 16-year-old friend on the cheek. Okay, shoot this dude in the face. I don't need to read the rest of this. I can. You're saying he's a nice guy and he's a pedophile. Why is this man not arrested? Yes, it's a red flag. He's not Mr. Right. I've never been so drunk where I've done anything I didn't want to do. You can't make me. Unless I'm unconscious. And even then you're just taking advantage of an unconscious person. That whole excuse of I was too drunk, that doesn't exist. That is a lying shame. And shame on him. Dead pedophiles can't reoffend. Yes, is a red flag. Yes, throw him in jail. And I don't know, punch the little girl in the head. She needs everybody needs to get a little bit.
What do you got drunk kids at your house for?
No, I think he was drunk and the kids were drinking soda and soft drinks.
Under supervision. So you let this
Yeah, how
drunk
much
man hang around?
supervision?
No, no normal kid. Oh, they were all drinking.
Yeah, you sound like you're hiding something. But even if you're not, what I just said applies.
If he's blackout drunk, what the fuck is he doing at a party with a bunch of children?
If you're blackout drunk, how you standing? I didn't want to go into the details of grabbing asses of children and stuff, but that's in the show. You guys can read it with your own eyeballs. Your name should not be Unsure in Columbia, Ohio. Your name should be arresting this guy in Columbia, Ohio.
Calling the police
Calling the police. Loading the shotgun in Columbia, Ohio. Alrighty, next one. Do we have any more? Nice. We'll go on a break and we'll come back with Bang a Banger.
Boy.
Boy.
Bye.